I think one of the things that's fantastic about awards is obviously the boost you can get to your business. One of the lovely things that happened just this last year when we won a fairly substantial award from Ernst & Young as part of the Ernst & Young Awards, Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. There was a CEO in the audience that night who just came up to me and slipped me his business card and said, "We're going to talk later." Well, that is now our RACV kiosk cafe on Bourke Street, and the business opportunity that came out of that visibility amongst other peers in business. That recognition helps, it gives you credibility. But I think I would absolutely agree with what Elaine said. For us, the most important reason, if ever I go for an award, it's to give the staff of our team an enormous boost. I hate going for personal awards, and Ian from my team will absolutely attest to that. A couple of years ago, he entered me unbeknownst into the Australian of the Year Awards, and when they rang to tell me that I was shortlisted, I was rather gobsmacked, and the first thing I said is, "Please, can you tell me that my mum didn't nominate me?" Because I figured that she might have, and they said, "We're not allowed to tell you who nominated you, but I can tell you that it wasn't your mum." Anyway, it turned out it ended up being Ian. So the lovely thing that happens when you get nominated for an award, and it might be from someone else, or you nominate your own team. So for me, whenever I nominate us for awards, it's that kind of collective excitement that a team gets when they are recognised externally by people for the great work they've done. When you're daily in your organisation and you're sprinting, and you know what it's like, you know what it's like when you're racing 1,000,000 miles an hour, just no one's got time for anything, and that just those rare opportunities that you get to stop and have others say, "Hey, great job." So for us, it's that kind of joy of that kind of collective celebration. For us though, often the things that we see, the biggest rewards to us are a team, are the things that don't necessarily come with a certificate. They're the things that are moments that you recognise that are special and a moment in time for someone who might never have ever even thought they were award worthy. I think about our young people who come to STREAT. And sometimes for us as an organisation, most of the time we're working with young people who are in crisis. They haven't arrived at STREAT in the first place unless they're in crisis. Normally they're coming to us from detox centres, from prisons, from the streets of Melbourne, and from mental health facilities. So absolute kind of crisis situation. And what happens when you see a young person for the first time be able to make a coffee, and you tell that young person what an extraordinary job they've just done, and a customer comes back and says, "That was amazing, that was the best coffee I've had today." And for that young person to say, "No one has ever told me in my life that I've done anything good. That's the first piece of praise in my life I've received." So the power of that collective acknowledgement when we see something that's amazing. And I guess what I would just kind of say is never underestimate not just the big awards, but the tiny little award-winning moments that you see every day in your organisation. That you're not waiting for those big accolades and those pieces of paper. It's that amazing little award-winning stuff on a daily basis that we just see again and again. How a young person who has never received feedback and never received any kind of support and award, just the growth of that person. So for me, it's all the invisible stuff that we can do with awards as well, just to say, "Well done, we noticed it, keep going, you're amazing." So thank you. I know there's lots of amazing people here, and congratulations to all of those who are past award winners, but also to those of you who are future award winners as well. Thanks.